works too well.
Okay, no, all right, sorry. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Go.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so everyone knows that there have been major issues with pollution in Hong Kong. Our focus is on air pollution. Some background on it. Hong Kong, 75% of Hong Kong's energy comes from burning a non-renewable energy source, whether it's coal or fossil fuels. And another 20% or so comes from nuclear energy, which is renewable, but it is imported from the mainland. So the process still creates pollution. Slightly less than 1% of Hong Kong's Hong Kong's energy source is renewable energy. Research has shown that Hong Kong, as of 2014, 20% of Hong Kong's energy source can be provided by renewable energy within 2 to 3 years of work. In Hong Kong, there have been steps by the government into utilizing renewable energy sources, but these have been fairly minor. Some weather stations have started using wind power turbines to power themselves. Two notable renewable energy sources are solar and wind energy turbine that was built on Lama Island, and wind energy turbine that was built on Town or Dawn Island. These combined only provide around 1,000 kilowatts of energy, however, which is enough to power the lighting for approximately 100 homes. If these homes, every single light bulb is LED lighting, which is not possible in Hong Kong. A lot of places likely use incandescent or fluorescent lighting, in which case we can power about 20 houses without renewable energy, which is nowhere near enough.
No.
So our plan consists of 2 steps. So our first step is to create a small device to power just our phone, and using a renewable energy source. And this will most likely be from solar or kinetic energy, because there is a wide availability in Hong Kong for those 2. Our second step is to just expand on our first one. We want to have 20% of the energy used for lighting in our homes to be used from renewable energy source. So the second step requires some data from the first, so we must complete step 2 before we can complete step 1. We must complete step 1 before we can complete step 2. Yeah. Some key dates. We have some just deadlines for us to. So we have like the blueprint. We have when we want to purchase the items and when we want to build it, when we want to have trials. So those are some key dates. So the reason I did this is because after doing some research for the real-life examples of the Thingmob game, I felt a greater urgency to actually prevent the devastation that happened in our simulation.
Please.
I decided to work with environmental issues because I have done so a lot in the past. I started in 2nd grade, where I started working with a recycling center up to 5th grade, and then in middle school for the Compassion Project, I also worked with various environmental protection groups. So I decided to continue with that this year. In terms of class involvement, our first step is constructing a device within our homes. So I'm not entirely certain how it's possible to involve the class. Our second step, it's not entirely planned out yet because we need some data from the first. I think class involvement could occur if we bring the project to school, because what we're focusing on is trying to use renewable energy for around 20% of the energy used for lighting in our homes, which means we're going to have to rewire the lights or something, which is a bit harder at school. I'm not sure if we could get it done by the end of the year, but that's pretty much it.
All right.
Thank you.
No, thanks.